Reality TV show Shark Tank has undeniably ignited the entrepreneurial spirit of a lot of Americans, giving us hope that the next big business idea could come from our very own basements. Although, we gotta admit, the sharks get too savage sometimes.
Press releases.
I'm out. I am so out.
Thank God he's out.
So out.
Okay, point taken, Mr. Cuban. But for those who didn't reel any sharks in, not all is lost, because some of them still emerged as winners after appearing on the show. Let's take a look at the 9 Shark Tank rejects that made millions. What's up, Ecnatics? This is Discovery Amuse, serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Watch out for our number 1 pick, because just the mere exposure on the show helped boost his sales overnight. Yup, the Shark Tank effect is real.
I'm in.
Really? You are?
Oh, I just wanted to see your face.
Number 9. Xero Shoes. When Steve Sashen and his wife Lena pitched their company on season 4, their idea for an ultra-lightweight footwear with thin, flexible soles, Sharks Robert and Barbara tore it to shreds.
To me, I open it up and it looks like just a plain piece of plastic.
Like a broken sneaker.
Ultimately, they declined Mr. Wonderful's offer, which asked for 50% equity, and they walked away with 0 investment. However, Xero Shoes received an influx of orders just days after their episode aired. Surprisingly, the barefoot-inspired footwear, which Damon called a piece of string and rubber, found a cult following who enjoyed the minimalist design, easily adjustable straps, and soul-hugging comfort of Xero Shoes.
We love how light and small they are. I mean, yeah, they're pretty flat, but they're also super flexible and weigh nothing compared to a lot of other hiking sandals.
Other investors eventually approached Steve, and by 2018, the company had recorded sales of up to $8.8 million. In 2020, Xero Shoes was even declared as the official footwear partner of the USA Artistic Swimming, and their annual revenues have soared to a whopping $12.1 mil. If you think the Sharks were nuts to give Xero Shoes a pass, stick around till number 1 to see their biggest billion-dollar blunder. Number 8. Shrimp Burger. Nowadays, there's a wide variety of burger options that don't exactly contain meat. Take, for instance, the Shrimp Burger created by Sean Davis, aka Chef Big Shake. He got the idea from his 10-year-old daughter when she resolved not to eat any more meat after seeing how animals are slaughtered.
We had burger nights, and I didn't want to make her feel left out, so I started creating some patties for her.
That's so sweet.
And over time, I got better at creating the patties, and they turned into shrimp burgers.
However, when he presented the product to the Sharks back in 2012, although they ate the idea up business-wise, the Sharks thought Sean was biting off more than he could chew.
Even if he has those orders, the business is not worth $500,000.
However, after the show aired, Sean's business sizzled with other people reaching out to him. He got a $500,000 investment for 30% equity, which was a better deal than what he asked for in the show. Sean even made it to QVC and Access Hollywood. By the end of the following year, his sales grew from $30,000 to a whopping $5 mil. Make it rain, Chef, make it rain.
Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Number 7. Rocketbook.
Remember when they laughed us off Shark Tank? Huh. Yeah, I think that was right before the Rocketbook wave became the #1 selling notebook on Amazon.
Touche, guys, touche! Although I really don't blame the Sharks for not immediately seeing the value behind the world's first microwavable notebook. In a nutshell, Rocketbook is a notebook that scans and sends all your notes into the cloud and allows you to access them through an application. When it's full, you pop it into the microwave and the heat clears the ink, allowing you to reuse the pages again.
That means you can clear your entire Wave notebook in your microwave in the same amount of time it takes to make a cup of tea.
The Sharks did not find the concept promising and no offers were made. I bet their quirky costumes didn't help either, but founders Jake Epstein and Joe LeMay had the last laugh because the Rocketbook blasted off and made over $1.2 million in sales post-show. Their other model, the Everlast, which erases notes with the use of water, made more than $4 million, and by 2017, the company scored big with about $10 million in revenue. Number 6. Coffee meets bagel. There are hundreds of dating apps and sites out on the market already, but the Kang sisters, Aram, Dawoon, and Sue just couldn't find the right fit, so they decided to create their own that promises a more worthwhile match. Thus, Coffee Meets Bagel was born. The app uses Facebook algorithms and suggests people based on mutual friends with the goal of presenting female subscribers with a high-quality romantic match, because, you know, there's a lot of douchebags out there.
Our model is quality over quantity. We enable women to refocus their time and energy on quality guys who are serious about taking the next steps.
As the title of this video suggests, the sisters didn't get any sharks after their pitch, but that doesn't mean they weren't given an offer. In fact, Mark Cuban gave what might be the biggest offer in Shark Tank history thus far. Well, hypothetically speaking.
Let me ask you a question. If I offered you $30 million for the company, would you take it?
No.
Excuse me, are you out of your mind?
Yep, my thoughts exactly. However, the sisters declined, citing Match.com making up to $800 million per year. And while they didn't find a match among the sharks, Coffee Meets Bagel quickly expanded and raised $23 million in funding. The app also grew at a rate of almost 250,000 downloads per month. Guess they weren't the ones who were out of their minds after all. Number 5. Kodiak Cakes. In 2014, brothers John and Joel Clark were looking to expand their family business by asking $500K from the sharks in exchange for 10% of their pancake and waffle mix company called Kodiak Cakes.
It's unique because it's made with 100% whole grains, has no added fats or sugars, and all you have to do to make it is add water.
Kevin and Barbara jointly offered $500,000 for 50% ownership, while Robert put forward a $500,000 deal in exchange for a 35% stake. But the brothers didn't want to give up that much equity.
We do appreciate the offers, we appreciate the interest, but we feel the value is way beyond what you've said. We really do. So we need to decline the offer.
Fast forward to 6 weeks after their episode aired, and the company recorded a $1 million spike in revenue. Kodiak Cakes flew off the shelves of Target and Safeway, and by 2018, the Scrappy brothers became $100 million richer in sales. Hey, that's enough money to buy them bigger wigs.
Hey, happy Halloween. I'm Joel Clark, and this is Cameron Smith, and we're mixing it up with Kodiak Cakes.
Number 4. Scan. When you're seeing $1 million in exchange for a measly 5% equity, you know it's gonna be a hard sell to the sharks. But that didn't stop founder Garrett G from shooting for the moon when he pitched his mobile app called Scan.
So first, I'm going to scan the barcode from this camera's packaging. It's as easy as, and that quickly, my app just did a price check showing me how I can save $25.
Although the app already had millions of downloads at the time, none of the sharks felt it was worth the $1 million investment. But apparently some other VCs did.
At the same time that Shark Tank denied us, some other investors believed in us, and they poured $7 million into us.
Oh, wow, okay.
So that was at the end of year 2. And then it was at the end of year 3 that we ended up selling it.
And guess who acquired Garrett's company? None other than Snapchat for a cool $54 million. Take that, sharks. Number 3, the Bouqs Company.
If I want to send flowers to your grave, I have to wait 6 days. And I think you died here today.
You gotta hand it to Mr. Wonderful for being the king of shade on Shark Tank. That was brutal. But John Tavis of the Bouqs Company failed to make his online flower delivery service idea bloom during his pitch. The goal was to take away the middleman involved in flower deliveries and bring a fresh bouquet straight from the farm onto your doorstep within 4 to 5 days. But the long lead time didn't sit well with the sharks, and they wanted to nip it in the bud, so to speak. However, on the first Valentine's Day after the episode aired, Bouqs made $1 million worth of sales in just 1 day. 3 years later, one of the sharks, Robert, revisited Bouqs after discovering how exorbitant flower prices were. And plot twist!
So I took part of their last round. We just raised $24 million.
So you did get in.
Now that's a satisfying comeback if I ever saw one. Number 2, Copa Di Vino. James Martin was traveling in France when he encountered a wine product that was being sold by the glass. He brought the idea to the United States and sold ready-to-drink wine in single glass packaging. And in 2011, he appeared on Shark Tank's second season asking for $600,000 in exchange for a 30% stake in his company, Copa Di Vino. But the sharks mostly said no to his Pinot Grigio on the go.
Don't come and tell me this is premium wine. It's not. It's just industrial wine.
Other sharks offered suggestions instead of investment, which James ultimately shrugged off while sweating like a pig in the middle of summer. He walked away without any deals, but orders poured in after airing, and his sales drastically jumped from $500,000 to over $5 million in 1 year. In a first for the show, the wine entrepreneur was invited back for season 3 to uncork a possible deal, but this time around, his quasi-cool demeanor triggered the sharks even more.
You screwed around. You're playing games, and there's nothing I hate more than playing games. And you came in and created drama. I'm really out.
But just like a good wine, Copa Di Vino only got better with age, as its last reported revenues were estimated at $67 million.
How much money you make?
Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. Doorbell. In 2013, founder Jamie Siminoff appeared on Shark Tank to pitch his innovative solution that aimed to be the next generation of home security.
Introducing the Doorbell, the first ever video doorbell built for the smartphone.
Essentially, Doorbell is a doorbell that has a built-in camera and two-way audio. It connects to your smartphone so you can remotely see and talk to the person on the other end, kind of like a Wi-Fi intercom. However, the sharks thought Jamie's valuation on his business was a little delusional.
This company, instead of being worth $7 million, could be worth $80 million, $90 million. I just don't see that progression, and for that reason, I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful did offer the amount as a loan and tried to strike a royalty deal, which Jamie turned down, but opportunity soon came bing bong knocking at Jamie's door when the episode helped him get at least $5 million in sales.
It being on Shark Tank, airing on Shark Tank, got us such awareness nationally that it actually really kind of saved the business.
The product was later rebranded as Ring and was sold in over 15,000 retail locations located in 100 countries. And get this, in February of 2018, Amazon acquired Ring for an estimated value of $1.8 billion. Not bad for a product that he literally built in his garage. So, if you were a shark, which of these products would you totally invest in? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? From brilliant ideas to what the heck were they thinking? Check out our countdown of the 10 worst as seen on TV items. Till then, stay ahead of the curve, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.